I'm hustling. Every day I'm
Are
hustling.
we talking over this? You can hear. Now you can hear this.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. We all good?
Yeah.
All right, so we got a Side Hustle podcast, episode 1. Fortunate enough to start this new venture off with the Godfather of podcasts.
The Godfather of podcasts. The
Yeah.
Godfather.
Yeah.
We're very happy to have him on. Very fortunate to have him as our first guest.
Yeah, thanks, Bob.
I appreciate that,
it, man. I appreciate
I
it.
mean, look,
coming out.
we've had some good times too here this
Yeah.
weekend. We haven't really just, this is actually the first work I think we've done.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yep.
yeah.
Absolutely. Out here in Arizona for Super Bowl weekend.
Waste management was fun.
Yeah,
Oh
waste
my
management,
God.
fucking badass.
Yeah.
Got a shitload
Good
of
time.
stuff still to go. But yeah, absolutely nuts, man. Nuts out here.
Did it exceed expectations for you? By the way, I have a terrible, terrible habit. I just want to tell you guys of taking over and hosting shows.
No, it's all good.
So I'm
It's all
saying
good.
like
It's all
this is what I do. So I think I just have a bad habit.
Yeah,
so tell me to
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
off at any time.
No,
Not at all.
But I'm just curious if it exceeded your expectations or not.
It did. It definitely did. Just the crowds, the amount of people that are out there. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like different world, whole different world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of college drunk kids.
Exactly. I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude. And yeah, especially because here, right? Because Super Bowl, every chick in the world, it seems like, is out here, right? And
Yeah, no looking though.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Yep.
Definitely
Not a lot of
Definitely.
luck. There is a lot of
Yeah.
good looking girls here though. I'd put Scottsdale up against L.A. I think now.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Even
I
like the
think so.
city part of it, yeah, the malls,
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah, it's
it's insane.
Yeah.
There's a lot of women out here, but are they the right women? Is the question. I don't know. It depends. That's just
Yeah. It's,
that's a tough one.
you don't have a love and pussy podcast here. I don't think. This is, I don't know.
yeah. Definitely, like I said, a different experience, though. Different experience. I do suggest everybody should experience it, though, at least one time.
What's that? The waste management.
Waste management and
Oh.
just overall,
Oh,
like
just
a weekend like this, they come out here
yeah.
and see like how crazy it is, man.
Yeah.
How crazy
You
it
know,
is.
I've never
Good
thought
time.
to like go party in the town that the Super Bowl's in. I don't know. It's just never crossed my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And going out to what is it, Old Town, right?
Old Town is the place where everybody goes. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But I've been to a lot of Super Bowls. I've been to I think the past 3. I don't know if I'm going to go this year or not. I don't really give a fuck about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me
yeah,
neither. Me
it's-
neither.
And I'm over kind of the limelight. Like, I've been doing this for like 6-7 years.
Oh yeah.
And like just been in the limelight, I guess, for 6-7 years. And it just gets, as you guys saw at the waste management,
Yeah.
it gets tiring.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people. You got to want to respect everybody. You want to talk to everybody and say hello to everybody. But at the same time, you just kind of like are like, am I just like a puppet?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Like, am I just like a monkey that's like, hello, how are you? Hello.
Yeah.
How are you? And I have
yeah,
such
we
a
definitely seen
I have
that.
such a set way I say things. It's such like a routine
Yeah.
when somebody comes up to me, because I do try and take the time and look everybody in the eye and
Yeah, that's
because
what.
it's like a quick. You gotta want to get such a brief moment with people that fuck with you.
Yeah.
I like to like really lock eyes and just be like, dude, thank you for the respect
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
That's what I try and do, and it's
That's the difference that we've seen, actually. So, in my experience, very short experience this weekend, was when we were hanging with you. It was everybody that came up, not just, because you're on the pod, but anybody that came over, wanted a picture, you were more than willing to do it, hang out with them, conversate like a normal person, right?
Yeah.
But we did have exposure to a lot of people, even some of your former business partners.
My
that
close
were-
friends.
Yeah.
Your old
that
close
were
friends?
just like, fucking, nope, no pictures, stay
Yeah.
away. You can't cross this
Yeah.
rope
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I never
you know,
got that. I
Yeah.
never got that with them. I don't understand. I never really understood the whole. I mean, I guess it's just personal preference. If I'm a social person, I guess some people can be more closed in, so I'm not gonna like, knock them for it. I can understand, like, you can imagine being on the level you see, like what I deal with, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm
no.
like here in comparison to. I mean, imagine like the Justin Biebers of the world. and,
Yeah.
like, they can't take a step anywhere because
Yeah.
everybody from 0 to 100, male, female, knows them. With me, it's more like in that college crowd in the sports fucking world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know if I go to a fucking football game, I know if I go to a baseball game, I know if I go to fucking waste management, it's gonna be active.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm going to fucking some, whatever I'm doing, that's I don't know, can't think of anything good here, but yeah, basically sports shit we just get we get pretty hounded.
Yeah, and then
Which is a good thing, though.
And then with the whole way the yesterday went about how we had to wait at the entrance and you were pretty much a greeter. Everybody walking in.
Oh, yeah. We got
It was like
fucked.
person after person.
Yeah, because you would look at like somebody like me and you'd be like, well, he has his shit together, obviously. He's doing well. And it's like, well, I don't at all. And even during the smallest, most common things, as far as just purchasing a ticket. So we were trying.
StubHub fucked us on that one. That was
StubHub did
dude.
fuck us.
That was so bad.
Look at that. Your first product placement is actually bashing a company. You're like, yeah, StubHub. That's what you should do. Just don't do advertising. Just bash companies.
Just bash companies.
Just email me my fucking tickets. When I buy them, just email them to me. I don't need to go through like 30 verification codes, a code that's sent to my email, and now I got to go here to get my. Just send me my tickets. That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
I purchased a ticket. Send me the ticket. That was it.
It's like, go to this email. Click the email. Put a validation link. 2 validations link. 049783. Oh, incorrect code. Resend code. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I can't fucking do this shit.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
normally they're pretty good, right? Normally you get your tickets, but we bought the ticket and what they were saying was that the event had already started. So because it was like already started, they couldn't give you an electronic ticket for some reason. I don't know. That was, and then they wouldn't refund us. We're like, all right, well, we had to go to a hotel off the venue to pick the ticket
And
up.
we never picked them up.
Yeah, we didn't pick them
We
up.
burned
Yeah.
it. We just gave them money.
Yeah.
Fucking sucks. We should try and get that back. That's bullshit. Just takes a while. Then you got to go through the refund process, try and get it back, and that's where they end up winning at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So how are the hats doing here? We just launched these hats.
Just launched.
I like them. I mean, we have our Rip
Yeah.
Magoo collab. So our show, these guys partnered up with me. We're doing our stuff too, which we're very excited about too. So we have our limited edition shirts. But I think what you kind of said to us when we decided to kind of work together is, let's build a partnership and try and build up this podcast. Exactly. I want to come on this pod every episode for 10 minutes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yep,
I'm allowed to.
definitely. Yeah.
Just on the Zoom,
definitely.
like a little bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
real quick.
Definitely.
Update with Bob.
Update.
Yeah.
Like slitting my wrists, maybe in the corner, maybe
That
like
or-
cheering. It depends what stage.
Ups and downs, right?
We
Ups
could
and
do
downs of life.
We could do like a what is it, like a sports betting section, dude. Bring in Bob. Hey, these are my picks for the day.
Yeah, then you just take the opposite and you're a fucking millionaire. That's it. I don't win.
Yeah.
I don't win. But I am gonna. This hat right here is my. This hat I've decided is going to be. I have a big gambling audience, and I think in order for, I'm gonna try and get a really hot streak going with a hat because I'm very superstitious when it comes to betting.
Yeah.
I had this lucky rock here in Scottsdale
Oh,
that I
dang.
found outside one day.
Yeah.
Picked it up. I went like 9-0.
Really?
And then like we're all like I was like I had a party over the house and I was 9-0 and like some fucking asshole took the rock and threw it in the pool. And I was so fucking pissed.
Yeah.
And went to go and get the rock, and then after I retrieved it, I realized that once the rock hit the water,
Yeah.
That's
Magic
it.
that was
Power
it.
for
And then we
God.
went on like a
Gone, huh?
6-game losing streak.
Shit.
So I'm gonna switch the good luck thing over to this hat. So I'm only gonna rock this hat when I bet games on a large amount, and so this is gonna be called the fucking Rip Magoo Gambler's hat.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'm sticking with this hat.
Yeah. Obviously, like I said, we wanted to do business with you for a long time.
Mhm.
We believe in everything that you work on, 110%.
Mhm.
You've killed it, man. You've killed it. I think a little bit of your story. A lot of people probably are interested in that also, right? You hit the bottom, and one of the few that were able to come back up.
Well, many times at the bottom.
But every time, like
But
I
all
said,
the way
you're-
down to like sleeping in your own van, right?
Yeah.
You were sleeping in a van for a while.
Yeah, I mean,
was the van paid off?
I definitely slept in the car thing. I've talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
And then, but it's been like an up and down, whether it be just, mismanagement on my end, whether it be, but it's been, and I can tell you right now, like, the point of my life right I'm in right now is just kind of like on the stock is down, because of obviously disconnected with our last business venture.
Yeah.
It's really hard to kind of get back up and get all that mojo going again and get your fucking shit together. And, it takes a lot to restart.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you just pour in everything into something. And so obviously we had our separation with, which I'm so sick and tired of talking about, is the full send shit. And then after separating from that, you're just kind of like, you think like you have all this momentum and all this shit, but then all of a sudden you got to realize like, whoa, wait a minute, I got to start all over again.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part. And so that's where, for me, I consider myself a pretty like, because I always remember David Spade was like, don't go too hard because you're going to burn out. And so I did feel a little bit of that burnout, in me. And that was just not a good feeling. So I took a few months off to kind of just recharge, re-energize. And so, basically I look at this trip, meeting you guys and all that stuff and the Super Bowl as being just hopefully the start to another successful chapter that just lasts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm just sick and tired of going to these in and outs, and then a lot of it is on my own end on just committing, seeing things through, not taking on so much that you just can't handle. Because if you take on too much and try and spread yourself too thin, you're not going to be successful.
Yeah.
And so
absolutely.
that's the goal, is to just try and stay focused on a few things and just murder those few things, and then parlay that into different other successes and opportunities.
I think that sometimes, like in my experience, because obviously in life, right, everybody hits rock bottom. There's points and times where I've hit rock bottom. I think the pro to it is sometimes starting with a clean canvas, right? You're like, hey, I'm at bottom again. Now it kind of leaves me open to direction. I'm clean slate now. Can't get any worse than this.
Yeah.
Let me kind of start it up. It is a lot of hard work, like you said. Now you got to put in the hard work and shit to regain it. But
the only problem is with that is it depends, I think, on there's levels to that. I think what you said makes sense. It's a clean canvas, and that's a good mindset to have. But it's a lot harder sometimes too when you have that pressure, because you've already did it.
Yeah.
And the expectations are so high.
yeah,
And so you're just constantly trying to get to that level. And even if you don't even get complete 100% satisfaction and enjoyment of even reaching that level, because I wasn't even even when I was crushing it that stage and we were crushing it, I was happier even when I was just kind of not doing as much, and living kind of this normal, life. So for me, it's just about, trying to just stay fresh and trying to just keep day by day, setting little goals, setting baby goals, and just trying to hit those one by one. And obviously keeping your end goal in mind, which I'm still figuring out what the end goal is that I want to accomplish in all this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you're your main source of income. Is it strictly voice? Is it? Voice?
I mean, I get paid. I get paid for my voice, whether it be commercials, TV commercials. Through, obviously we made some money in the podcast stuff. We're getting a little bit involved in the cannabis space, which all that. I have different help out in different these sports agencies that I have a couple of partnerships with, and with that. So I'm kind of getting some money from everywhere, but looking for something really sustainable, which is the show. It's on me. It's just for my fault. My thing is, I'm the podcast for me is just about finding a really good location, because there's two ways to do a podcast.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to wherever the guests are across the country, being on a flight every single week, if you want to do it big, and going to Rick Ross in Atlanta, going to fucking Steph Curry in fucking LA, and not making them get out of bed, not making them fucking whatever, be like, hey, I'm outside your fucking house. Open up, here I am.
As possible,
And that's the way to do it. But again, that's really costly. You have to bring a production team. You have to bring, there's flights. There's so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And so, in my last partnership, obviously I didn't have to worry about a lot of that stuff, which was great. And which was one of the pros to doing stuff with Nelk and all that. And that's kind of then I try to do it kind of on my own and take on those responsibilities. And it was just really fucking costly. And I put a lot of money in some bad places and just didn't really have the infrastructure to be able to back it up, which kind of backfired on me a little bit and set me back a little bit. But at the same time, then the other option of doing it is kind of I think with COVID, when COVID hit, everybody went Zoom.
Oh, yeah.
But for me, it's I don't know.
It's not as personal.
It's personal.
It's not as
Yeah. When you're doing a whole show on Zoom, it's just
not
a
as
different vibe. It seems like.
Different.
Doesn't really do it for me.
Yeah, I didn't like that shit at all. I wouldn't even tune into it.
I wouldn't even tune into Zoom. It's like, hey, so how you doing? Shh.
Yeah.
I can see you there. Are you there?
Yeah.
Guy's sitting there with his pants off, fucking
Just
sitting me,
Yeah.
But a fine balance can be good too, But I always like the face to face, being in the room with somebody and shooting this shit, because this is fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and
and then just being out here this weekend and meeting all the different people. We met so many like sports age people that rep big sports athletes and stuff like that, and just getting contacts like that. So it's
I mean, if you guys want to be in the game, like we talked about, because I know that you guys have your own businesses, whatever you do and whatnot, and in this game, it's really about just you got to set aside a little bit of budget. You got to be willing to go to these events.
Yeah.
You got to partner up with some guys that are already in the game, you did with me, and we fucking, you got to get slowly. It's baby steps. You're not going to hit the fucking jackpot on the first trip.
Yeah.
It's about just consistent, sustained, like, keeping up, going to the fucking Masters, going to those parties, finding a way to get it. Like if you guys are in the middle of building SideHustle up and trying to build a big brand around it, you got to be willing to really, put everything into it. You can't half-ass it. And that's what separates the winners from the losers.
Yeah, definitely.
See
that, and like I said, that's one of the things that I learned and kind of am seeing out here is like you can tell right away like who's actually down to earth, well grounded. Like you can actually like you kind of mesh well with that. I've always been kind of like you, where I just tell it how it is. Fuck it. Some people will like it, some people don't. But at the end of the day, I'm real, right? I'm not gonna change who I am. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or anything like that. It is what it is at the end of the day. And I feel like that's kind of the person that you are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some people don't like it, like some of the things that you say or like with the whole Nelk bullshit, like you were willing to tell it how it was. And, and that's.
And one thing I can add to that is being at the golf tournament yesterday, you had so many people stopping you, taking pictures, shaking your hand. And, after the picture, they take the picture. And as they walked away, they'll be, hey, fuck Kyle.
Yeah.
I know, which I
have
actually,
a loyal following.
I do have a loyal following.
Yeah.
But then the problem is when they go and meet Kyle, they say, fuck Bob.
Bob.
Like, wait a second, didn't I meet you 1 minute ago? I just heard you. I heard that. I fucking heard that. And I don't even like the fuck Kyle shit. Like, I don't like that. I think that it's just, that's between me and him, but obviously it came and carried over to the internet. And because, I get very emotional and I can't control myself at all. So I go ape shit sometimes.
Yeah.
And, that's, as you saw on the internet, that's what I did. And so, do I regret doing it? Yes and no. I mean, no, because I feel like they needed to hear that. And, for once, somebody's going to fucking stand up to somebody, and I'm going to be that guy. I'm not going to take any shit. And I knew that what I was going into, like calling them out on such a big level. I mean, sometimes I do forget, like, how big this shit is. I do sometimes, like, I'm like, fuck you, pussy. Suck my dick, you fucking bitch. Post. And I'm just like, then also it's like, President of UFC has called you a pussy. I'm like, well, all right. They're like, this is breaking news here. Like, what the fuck?
Then it's just like,
I'm like, how powerful is this thing? And then once you post it, you can't really go back on it. Although I do delete a lot of shit, though. I am a deleter. Just because I'm a manic crazy man. Like, I do delete. Like, you get a lot of shit for like, well, why'd you delete your tweet? It's like, well, I fucking just felt like fucking deleting.
You
know what I mean? It's not me being, well, maybe it is being a little pussy. But.
Hey, no, but the one time I remember, Bob, and following you is, I remember you telling one guy, suck my dick, was
Grant Cardone.
Boom. Yeah.
Oh,
But
I don't know why I got so heated about that. I mean, he was just like, I don't know Grant from a fucking hole in the wall. I didn't even know who the fuck the guy was, but I just saw the video, and it was just like, he was like, anybody that doesn't make $400,000 a year or something like that should be embarrassed and like whatever. And I'm just like thinking of like my fucking nephews or my friends or whatever, like kids,
brought up like
kids
firefighters, cops, like all these guys.
It's like, bro, like, what does that statement even mean? Like, are you like okay in the fucking head to even say that? Like, I guess he was at some like
a conference
trying to motivate his employees or something, but like at the end of the day, that's where I think that's where you draw the line in a sense, where I guess I try and stand for, you can say whatever the fuck you want. Like, you don't give, I like, for instance, you just gave me credit for not giving a fuck and just saying whatever. I think there is a fine line. I guess if you really feel like that, right? Great, say it. But at the end of the time, I think expect to get some shit for it, A, and B, I just think that's a horrible approach to just how society and life is that viewpoint of fucking what he said. So, I mean, I don't really give a fuck about the guy. I don't know him at all. I think he did reach out to me, though, after and was like, we should do something together. And I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, we should. I was like, we'll do something funny, like a fucking interview or something like that. I don't give a fuck about that.
So his team reached out to you after the whole...
He did direct.
He did direct? Okay.
He did direct. I got him pretty good. I got him pretty good.
Dude, I was like, oh, shoot.
But the thing is, what's crazy about that is it probably helped his business.
Dude, it probably,
because it got him more eyeballs, it got him more people. And then
viewers
if a million people fucking...
Same here. Like, I didn't really... I've seen him on the internet. I didn't really pay too much attention to him.
And now you signed up for his 52-step program.
Yep.
So, because that's what that I've never really been more about is like, is I know that Kyle was very like clicks,
Oh,
dollars,
Yeah.
clicks, money, clicks. And for me, I haven't really got to that stage yet where, I mean, like in my life where I just I don't care about really clicks, but I guess clicks lead to dollars. So that just goes back to this money, motivate me as much, not so much, but at the same time. So I'll try to figure all that stuff out still.
Yeah.
Speaking of like clicks, he set you up right with that whole Colby Covington thing, just to put the way you worded it, just to get some clicks on there.
Yeah, he did. That was shitty. I talked about that. I did an interview that I said it was released the past 2 days. Scotty's cutting it up. It's coming out whenever. I get a lot of shit for that because I told everybody that I was making this podcast to just break it down. And I've had 2 attempts at doing the podcast, explaining what happened to Nelk, but I got so mad during it. It was like screaming and saying shit that I shouldn't have. So I had to kind of like scale it back and do it again. So I did the final one I just did is a kind of normal breaking down everything. I had somebody play devil's advocate in the room with me.
Oh, okay.
So played complete opposite.
That's not good.
So I had somebody like literally challenging me on everything and reasons why they see their side. So Scotty did a great job at that. And I broke it down and stood my ground as much as possible on that. But yeah, pretty much just putting that in the past after that thing releases. I don't know if there's any, I don't think we'll ever really make up because I think me and Kyle could probably, I have no problem squashing the beef and whatnot, but I just want everything back to even.
Yeah.
So I just want that's all I want. I just
now.
want your original word that we had kept. And then we go from there. It's never going to happen. I mean, we're never going to be back on the show together, I don't think. I would be more than willing to do it, obviously, because, it was a great gig. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was great. I loved being with those guys in the room. But I just, there were some things there with respect that just was, and one of them was Colby Covington. And so I wasn't really, that was a really hard fucking time. And not being a pussy. Like, it's just when I break it down this way. I have all these big relationships and whatnot, and had all these big relationships, which I have lost a lot of them because of that instance. And obviously the fallout with Nelk is because all these big stars and stuff like that, anything that they see and their team sees, it's anything like negative at all. They don't want to touch it. So when you type in my name on Google now and I try and get a guest, like I explained to you guys before, is the first thing they see is Bob Menery set up somebody. So then they think immediately that Bob Menery is going to set up my guy. And guess what they say? You can't touch Bob. And then I'm out. And I lose so many fucking people. So that was the hard part for me. And that's why, and I asked them continuously, like, can you make this right? Can you just come out and just be like, dude, this isn't real? And they never really did it. And that's when it was like a really red flag for me where I was like, this is a great gig and everything. But at the same time, like, there's no respect here. And I'm an old school kind of about respect. My dad fucking raised me and all that, and you just don't do that to somebody, especially when they're offering good value. If you're you can, I'm cool with a punching bag, like letting somebody be the punching bag, but if you're bringing really no value outside, like I was really bringing value to that shit. So that was the only thing that really, well, not the only thing. There's a lot of things, but that was one of the key factors and key like main red flags that I saw. That was just like, all right, what's going on here?
And we could contest to, a simple handshake deal is that's your word is your word. And when we first started talking and emailing each other back and forth, you mentioned, hey, if you guys feel more comfortable, I'll send over a contract if you guys want. But man of my word, we could do it over a handshake, and we did. And everything we've agreed to, you've
like it's, so, you gotta work with me a little bit too, because like I'm gonna try and do everything I can to be like it's family now. Like, you know what I mean? When we do shit together and you guys fucking put a little faith in me and stuff, it's family, and I'm gonna do everything I can to try and like to honor my word. I'm not gonna be perfect. I'm not gonna be perfect, but I'm not going away.
Well, you don't. Exactly.
That's the thing. It's a lifetime fucking pass. If I'm still here and I'm still breathing, the phone rings, or I got an idea, or you got an idea, and you want to do something, I want to do something. Like, I'm here. That's the way I look at it.
And you're available 24/7, literally.
I did sleep last night, though. Past 2 nights, I did sleep pretty good. I slept, 9 hours a night, I think, for both nights.
Nice.
So,
when's the last time you did that?
My thing is I sleep pretty good, but when I get in a really manic, stressful need to work, I can stay up for like 2-3 days.
That shit's pretty cool though, because like, we kind of chopped the shit the other night a little bit, and when you're driven on something though, you're pretty driven on something, man. You don't take no for an answer. You're kind of like, hey, I'm gonna get this shit done. And
our first night out here, we were up till like 6 a.m. talking
we
business.
spent 6 in the morning.
Just nonstop.
Yeah,
When you're on one,
it was a quick business chat, and then it turned into stories, and then it,
Yeah,
I think it was an opening night of kind of feeling each other out. That's what I like to do. You know, if I meet new people and whatnot, you got to spend some time during my fucking time. My 2 to 6 a.m. Nobody around, little rap music playing in the back.
Yep.
Me dancing around like a fucking wild man, pacing around, swirling my arms in the air, and that's that. So it was a good time. I had a great time with you guys. I'm excited. You guys. The cool thing is for you guys, you're starting from, the ground up on this thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is cool, and
I'm excited to partner up with you. I think we got some good things. I think we can both bring each other some good shit, and I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I might even use this setup for a couple days. We should shoot some shit.
Let's do it.
This is my brain. Now that you guys have this setup here, it's just on constantly today.
Yeah.
Yep.
I could get some people in here, I bet.
Yeah. We funny story. One of the nights, you were like, I'm gonna call it a night early tonight. You went to bed, and we were like, dude, let's go try to get some more guests or something. We our editor and us all went down to Old Town, and we're trying to talk with we were just looking for people. We're trying to hit up we saw what was his name, Jackson Mahomes. We saw
Jackson Mahomes.
We saw, but none of them would even give us the time of day, dude. Right? I mean, obviously they don't know us or nothing. But
no, that's the hard part. That's what I talk a lot about. Is how can you start from square nothing?
Yeah.
And not saying just in this endeavor for you guys, not outside other ones, but I'm saying you guys this is a new territory for you guys, and it's just. A lot of times, excuse me, I just threw up on the mic. You have to, I think, just figure ways to offer value, and obviously, what that is you're going to have to compensate some people. You're going to have to set aside a budget. Going forward, just to get some eyeballs and to get some hype. You guys are going to want to get a couple. The most important thing is those little viral shorts. That you guys can clip. Clipping up some shit like this.
Yeah.
And then it's up to you guys if you want to be respectful, because some people can just not be respectful and they can clip up something and make it sound like they didn't even say it. And they put it out there, which is that's a strategy, that people use. I don't use that as really. I just try and have respect for everybody I'm sitting in the room with. There's guys that if you pay somebody to come on a show, you can do whatever the fuck you want with that. That's your fucking thing. So it's
I don't think we've ever been like that. Me personally, I can't do it from an ethical point of view.
Because then you kind of burn that bridge as well, right?
It'd be great if we cut to this and then tomorrow it's Kyle, fuck you, here, he is, asshole, piece of shit, Sue, hi. Those fucking guys.
Got it. See that?
Yeah.
No, but like I said, we talked, I think that's a piece of the loyalty factor and building the relationship. What type of relationship you want to build with that person, right? I fuck you over today. Pretty sure you're not gonna want to do business with me tomorrow, right?
It's not gonna. Hold on, I'm sorry. Keep going. I'm listening. I'm just fucking my goddamn fucking buddy. I'm trying to get this fucking Nelk episode 2 as well going, so we can parlay this into something. So keep going. My fault.
No. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Building relationship. I always look at a relationship as hopefully a long-term relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to be anything where
you don't want a one-night fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. I'm not looking to get fucked one night, and I'm not looking to fuck you in one night, right? I want us to build something together. If we could do business together long-term, awesome. That's what I'm looking for. But it doesn't mean I have to screw you over, and hopefully you don't screw me over, at the same time.
That's kind of the way I look at it. I look at Nelk situation. I think they fucked me without a condom.
Yeah.
They got me pregnant. And then they left me. And I'm having a lot of trouble collecting child support. And I'm stuck with the baby because I don't believe in abortion. So that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
See, that's a good clip right there.
That's a good one.
That's one that you want to clip. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah.
So that's funny.
No, but just hanging out with you the last few days. One of the more how would you word it? I don't know, cooler. I don't want to say cooler people, but
crazy.
No.
Fucked
just
up human.
Cool, badass motherfucker we've met. Your assistant, man.
Brett.
Fucking Brett.
He's got. That's the best podcast you get. His stories with me behind the scenes probably is.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
He'll have a man, like if you guys sit with him, there'll be a guy standing next to him with a gun on his head.
Calvin, shut up.
And so they'll
Nope.
just be
Skip.
every time like,
Hey, you have a little like a dog collar. On?
yeah,
Shot
shot collar.
Nope.
Nah.
No, but he'd be cool to sit down with. Yeah, because Brett was somebody who I met, brought him on to work for me randomly. Just had him book an Airbnb for me, and then didn't know him from a hole in the wall. He just kept DMing me. Was very persistent about being involved. Like
Yeah.
obviously whatever you guys are, I have reached to people and whatnot, and so he wanted to be involved in all that, and said he'd work for me for free, which was like the key fucking word that I saw. And so I'm just like, all right. I'm like, that's fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of people that say that they'll work for me for free, but then I don't know, like labor laws and shit and all that. I'm like,
Yeah.
like I get in trouble. Like, Bob, you have 47,000 employees, nobody gets paid. They've been working for 7 years at a camp behind the fucking dumpster on fucking. So no, but Brett, the first task he had was I was like, all right, yeah, man, book me a flight, book me an Airbnb.
Yeah.
There's my card. Obviously, I'm not gonna make him pay for it. I don't think, And so, I mean, actually, did he pay for it? He might have. Hopefully, I reimbursed him. So he booked me that. We went down to Nashville, and I told him I'd be down there. I think Saturday, just picking the day out of the blue. But Saturday I'll be down there, and I'll meet you, and we'll talk, and we'll see where we go from there. I'll be there. And so Saturday comes around, he books the Airbnb. I'm nowhere to be found. Sunday, next day, nowhere to be found. Monday, nowhere to be found. Finally, Tuesday, like noon, I walk in, I'm like, yo, what's up, brother? How you doing? Nice to meet you. He's like, it's like, nope, there's like bread and water in the house. Like, there's like rats running through the walls and shit. And fucking, I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, here's the deal. I actually came home at like 10. I came in at 10 at night. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, listen, let's go to bed. Let's talk in the morning. I'm tired as fuck. I just got in.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're not doing anything till tomorrow. We're just going to talk before you start to get to work. And if you work or whatever, I don't fucking know you. You could be Jeffrey Dahmer. So he goes to bed. I go up to bed. And then ends up, Morgan Wallen calls me at like 2 a.m. And he's like, hey, man, let's hang out. So I was like, when in a call like that with my business, you get a call from somebody who's up above, at that level.
Yep.
I always try and associate and keep good relationships with that. So I was like, all right, let's go. So I woke Brett up at 2:30 in the morning. First job ever. I was like, let's go. We're going to see Morgan Wallen, the biggest country star in the world, in a very different setting than music. And so but Morgan's the greatest, man. He's a great guy. And we went out and saw him. And him and Brett kind of clicked because I always told Brett, I said, well, first thing, it's not about me taking care of me. It's about taking care of you guys. It's about taking care of Morgan. It's about talking to, because I always look at every situation as I'm hosting it. There's be a lot of places that I get invited to that are like, cool opportunities and shit like that. But for me, I always look at hosting every situation. I always tell myself I want to be hosting this. And so I want to make everybody feel welcome, even if I'm supposed to be welcome at the event. And it just, I think it gives off a good aura and a good vibe. And so they ended up, I stayed for 30 minutes because I usually just do quick in and outs, and they ended up staying together. Because Morgan was like, yeah, Brett's going to stay with me. I'm like, I don't fucking know him, sure. So they ended up staying together, and then I get a picture at like 7 in the morning from my driver, and it's Brett kind of slumped over in Morgan's like shoulder. So Morgan, I think, got him a little bit lit. Morgan was fine, but Brett was a little bit whatever, and so I get the picture, and I wake him up the next morning, and I basically was like, this is not how I run my shit. I don't fucking, this is sloppy. This is a bad look. This is not how we want it. I love how I say that too. That's what I just realized. How full of shit I am is when I realize I'm full of shit when I'm like, this is not how we operate. Get him up to 4 days in a row on the internet fucking pounding fucking balls of shit. So anyways, and so he's basically like, I'm sorry, man, whatever. And I'm just like, look, whatever. Obviously, Morgan and them had a good time. Morgan spoke really highly of him. And I just made him a deal that day. I was like, look I'm crazy. I'm like, I'll bring you on to help me and shit like that. We'll figure out all this stuff. But this is what I require. It's 24/7. Everything's fucking, you just got to look out for me. I'm fucking all over the place, ADHD. Help me get organized here, blah, blah, blah. And but there's no drinking, like, at all. And I'm going to incentivize you. I want to talk about pay. Like, I'm not going to pay you to work for me. But I'll give you I'll incentivize you. I'll give you $10,000 if you don't drink for 30 days and work for me. So that was kind of my way of paying him for the first time. You know what I mean? Which probably violates every work labor law across. You know, still, but you know what I mean? Like, how does he compensate you? Well, I can't drink. If I don't drink for 30 days, I get paid.
Yeah.
You know, but then I get beaten, and you know, and so that was it. And then that was our first time. And then Brett's been there for me every day since, and done an amazing job at just keeping everything organized and motivating me, and any relationship stuff I had.
Yeah.
Helped me just kind of like get through all the shit. And I think it's really important to have your right hand guy that you trust.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't even have to be that business savvy. He doesn't have to be that just a good person that's going to look out for you for your best interest.
Best interest. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. One of the cool things that you had told us right away was like when we were partying, kind of hanging out, getting to know each other. You told, hey, Brett's hanging out. He's drinking tonight, but normally he doesn't do that, right?
Yeah.
So in my head, I was kind of thinking like, no way in this industry.
Yeah.
So then we hung out with Brett after that the next day. Absolutely no drinking whatsoever.
I was very surprised when I saw him.
Like, holy shit. Because like every time we would get rounds of drinks, hey, what are you drinking? Water. That's it, water. And then fucking one of the chicks there at the bar because she seen that he wasn't drinking, she gave him Red Bull and threw vodka in there like,
oh, yeah.
And he tasted the vodka. He was like, fuck it. He
He
gave that shit away, dude.
Yeah.
They were like, and there was so much pressure to drink it, even from us, because at the time we were buzzed.
Yeah.
So we're like, hey, just drink it. Nope.
Yeah.
Gave that shit away. And he was like, I give myself a pass like once a month or so forth, but everything else, no.
Yeah,
like,
you guys should do an episode with him today. I'll get him over here. You guys should do the assistant.
Yeah.
And you should talk about, because he has, my memory shot. Like, I have no memory whatsoever. And for the year, from some of the things he's got to experience, I would love to actually watch that episode.
Oh, yeah.
Because
that'd be cool.
I would love
like his perspective.
Yeah, I would love to sit back and watch that. And, you know, and again, I think I'm not really paying him right now anymore. So he can pretty much say whatever he wants. I gotta put him back on payroll for this fucking episode.
For the episode, just for the day.
I gotta get him back on here a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Is this setup gonna be here all today and tomorrow?
Today,
tomorrow, yeah.
Man, we should just fucking shred some episodes in here.
Yeah,
Make
definitely.
it and kind of do some Ripper Magoo episodes in here, and then fucking do some side hustle things.
Yeah.
Combine them together as one.
Do it.
Yep.
Let's do it.
We should do that. I haven't showered yet.
Something.
Forgot we're in the middle of the podcast.
It's all good. It's all
That's
good.
my bad.
Pretty sure you're not the only one that's partying
Right?
it up.
This place smells like shit.
Yeah.
I mean, our Airbnbs, me and you, I think we have it's who has the shittier Airbnb. I think I'm shittier than yours. My front yard is not grass; it's rocks.
It's rocks. Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny when when we first seen his Bob's Airbnb. I walked in. I was like, hey. So we already knew his Airbnb was fucked up like ours. So we walked in. I was like, hey. You don't have any fucking grass, Bob. I was like, you only have fucking rocks. He was like,
We mow the rocks. We mow them.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, but you know what I do have? Fucking 3-point-something million fucking viewers. I was like, all right, fucking touche.
All right, you win.
You win.
Yeah. No, I just
Yeah.
never really. I actually like, because I come from. I enjoy kind of like the scrappy shit.
Yeah.
I don't like the big shit. Scares me sometimes.
Yeah.
It's crazy because, like you said, the Airbnbs, they're all structured the same, huh?
All shitty on the outside, but very
Yeah.
modern on the inside.
They're very
yeah,
modern
yeah.
on the inside, yeah.
You know.
They had, like, our hallways, like, fucking a football field length, and it only has, like, 2 bedrooms in there. It's like, why did you have to make the fucking hallway so long?
Yeah.
Like,
I went through a whole spree of booking Airbnbs, you know, for a while because we were traveling so much, and it was we had some interesting ones. I mean, I remember I booked one that was like all just little double bunk beds. Like, didn't even realize they're all like just. It was like we had like push the beds together and like just. I don't know. I don't really like to spend obviously money on.
yeah,
This
it's
shit.
yeah.
And I kind of like the vibe. Like I like listening to rap music and like crazy hood-looking fucking things.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I love that. The blind shut.
The fucking trap house, huh?
The trap house. I like the trap house.
We got
It's
a
always
text
been a
last
thing.
night
that-
from Bob. He's like, "Hey, we're eating some crumpets, having some tea, and
Yeah.
Chilling
chilling in the trap house."
Yeah, we're chilling in the trap house having tea and crumpets. There's a couple of executions going on outside.
Yeah.
You know, we're good.
Yeah.
But
Hey, so I seen this year that you went out and you went to quite a few games.
I did.
Yeah.
I went through a lot of fucking games. I went to we started off with a pack of going to a different game every week for the NFL season in a different city. And so I'm a big NFL guy, so we get to go to all different places. Vegas, Giants games. I mean, everywhere. So I really just enjoy football. I love football. I don't really like the NBA. I don't really fuck with a lot of sports.
Yeah.
You know, clips wise, I like to do the NFL ones.
Yeah,
I do them.
yeah.
And so, yeah.
Have you been to every stadium?
No, there's a few I haven't been to. I've been to Seattle. I haven't been to. There's actually a few that I haven't been to. I don't know which ones, but there's a few.
Yeah,
There's a few.
Yeah, I haven't been to everyone. That's not like not on a bucket list, man. I don't want to be like, I want to go to every fucking stadium. No,
Yeah.
You know, I like that. I don't know. I don't really. You know, I just like I like to I like to travel. I like to move. You
have a favorite stadium that you've been to? Like one that just blew you away, or
favorite stadium I've ever been to? The one that we were treated the best, like most, were the New York Jets, which was very cool. New York Jets, because a lot of these times when I want to go to the games, what I'll do is my strategy, and it's probably pretty obvious, is I'll post something up there and be like, I want to go to this game, and then either hopefully somebody will reach out, or somebody important will reach out and invite me to the game.
Okay.
You know, not gonna lie to you. And so
I'm gonna try that and see if it works.
Yeah.
Count your fucking luck. What?
Yeah, you'll get the guy who owns this fucking house to invite you. You'll be duct taped to the wall in the back before you know it.
Shit about his house, dude. He's gonna fucking
He's
gonna.
I like this house, dude.
Yeah.
We better.
No, I love it. It's
Beds are
good. We're
comfortable.
gonna rip some shit out of
Beds
here.
are comfortable.
And so yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought there. Though, what was I saying?
You're saying the Jets stadium was
Yeah,
the
the
best?
Jets was great. So basically,
And,
what was cool is like you never. The cool thing is you never when you go out, you never know what to expect, right?
Yeah.
Like when I went to Waste Management yesterday, like we called people
yeah.
like, hey, we'd like to invite you here, we'd like to invite you there. So we're at the Jets game and we're sitting there, and it's me and Summer, and I think it was just us two. And these two guys in suits come up to us in the middle of the game. They're like, hey, how you doing, Bob? But the owner would like to invite you up to the owner's box. His son is a really big fan of you, and I was like, oh. And Summer's like, yeah, I don't know. Like, what I'm like, Summer, shut the fuck up.
We're going.
I'm like, because even if we say no, we're going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so they brought us up, and it was Woody Johnson who owns the Jets.
Oh yeah.
And it was like it's the owner's suite.
Yeah.
So we go up the elevator, and the kid, Brick, who's the man, Brick Johnson, his name is, the kid, comes up and just like, hey, man, huge fan, like all this stuff. We're in the owner's box. And, you know, when you're in the owner's box, too, and they're losing, it's not a good thing. It's like really,
Yeah.
you know, like
tent and stuff
the
there.
vibe in
Yeah.
there.
so
gotta
like Woody
be-
wouldn't even
yeah.
really like acknowledge us because he was just dialed in the game.
Yeah.
His wife was really accommodating, but it was like fuck you money in a room.
Yeah.
And you know when fuck you money's in a room,
Yeah.
it's just all people like ha ha yes hoo ha ha. I'm sitting there like one eye open, like fucking drooling.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I doing here? I'm like, can I sit here? They're like, oh, who is this man? And so yeah, we got tools stuff like that. I mean, the Eagles, you know, we're at the game sitting there, and then a couple guys will notice me down the field, and they'll come up and they'll be like, hey, you want to come down the field? And so that's some of the cool perks that you know, if you're doing a good job and you're remaining relevant, I guess, and all that, then those cool things happen. It makes the games more enjoyable to go to. So
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
you know,
Hey, what about you know, speaking of Summer, you brought her up. You guys' story, how you guys got together. You mind sharing that?
I'll share anything, brother. Yeah, I'm on a double dated EPLP in Los Angeles with my buddy Scott, and I think there's two girls.
Yeah.
And just like so fucking disinterested, like the point where I just didn't even want to have sex with them. Like just, you know, because I was at a stage where I just broke up in a relationship, and I was just like, you know what, I want to just fuck anything that moves.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so on this double date, and just you know, not interested. And then all of a sudden, Summer's really gorgeous, walks in, and you know, I guess that moment where you're like, hey, this is my wife, my future wife. And I just it settled in, and I looked over, and I'm just like, all right. And I didn't. It's just split seconds. I just got up, and I just walked direct. Because you know, the worst feeling is when you're sitting there and you feel that moment, and you just can't pull the trigger because you're too big of a pussy.
Yeah.
And it's happened to me.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
happened to me before. You know,
Yeah.
like it does. It's just.
And then you never know.
And
right?
I was
Yeah.
just like, for some reason, something made me just get up, and you know, it comes with confidence, obviously,
Yep.
which I have because of everything I have associated with me too.
Yeah.
And so I get up and I just kind of make the moves, and I was just like, look, you are fucking the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. I'm like, I'm not gonna fuck with you. I'm like, I'm coming here. I'm having a drink with you guys. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, I'm buying a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like obviously they're like, hey, like looking at each other like this fucking psycho, like whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, fuck you. I'm gonna fuck you by the end of the night. I promise you. Like, I got this. Don't worry. Not my first rodeo. And then we just had some drinks together, and when conversation did get a little slow,
Uh-huh.
when I started to feel out of it, I do pull the nuclear bomb out. I do show my shit.
Oh hell yeah!
I do
Flex
pull
a
up the
little bit.
Google searches. I do pull up the shit. I mean, you gotta. When you start to go away,
I'm
it's
just
like
checking my IG.
you can only go for so long.
Yeah,
Like, I enjoy long walks on the beach. I really enjoy,
Yeah.
the outdoors. Just
Yeah,
does it
yeah,
for me. The clean air. Before you know it, she's just like 6'5" model. Oh, man,
yeah,
and I'm just like, all right, here I am. This is me, Google.com, Bob Menery. I've talked to the President of the United States. I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. There I am. You still interested in him? Fuck, you are? Page 2. Here we go.
Yep.
And
Wait,
so,
there's more.
and so, yeah, and then basically ended up telling her, because I didn't want to lose her that night. I was
Yeah.
just like, because I just believe you.
Yeah,
just
keep it
can't.
going.
Keep it going. You got to keep
Yeah.
it going. And
Yeah.
we did. And so I was just like, hey, listen, I have a hotel next door, which I did, London.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm a fucking gentleman. I'm like, I'm going to be honest with you. I want to fuck you, but I'm not going to because I'm a gentleman.
Yeah.
But I'm really, really obviously attracted to your cool shit. Let's continue the night.
Yeah.
Let's go have some drinks at the hotel. I'm having some people over, which I really wasn't, but I kind of pretended I did. I was going to have a little party. And then she's like, okay, finally agreed. And then we go across the street to the hotel, and I call Brett. I'm like, Brett, just make it look like a party quick. Pull some shit together. And so he's like,
just fucking turn around.
he puts it on. It's like, celebrate. I'm like, woo. I'm like, oh man, nobody came. This sucks. And I'm like, we have all this alcohol though. We should drink it.
Yeah. Can't let it go to waste.
Yeah, exactly. And then so we just ended up hanging out that night. We talked till 4 a.m, deep talks,
Oh, that's cool.
like what we did, fucking
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then she looked over at me. Actually, I asked her first. I'm like, look at, we're on the balcony, and I just gave her some really great life motivation that I bullshitted so badly out of my ass. Just,
Motivation.
I was like, you can achieve all your dreams if you just do this step. And then she's like, I love you. I'm like, all right. So I was like, can I kiss you? Can I give you a kiss? And she's like, yeah, of course. I gave her a kiss. And I could have made a hard move there,
Uh-huh.
but I was just like,
Take
man,
it
I
easy.
got
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah,
I got this.
Slow play.
Slow play.
Because I also like to wait it out. I like them to come to me,
Yeah.
All
in a
right,
sense.
Like
And then
to
you get
get
real
out
desperate. So I walk out the door, then you pull a different, maneuver.
Yeah.
But she ended up being like, at the end, she's like, I just want to I
Yeah.
was like, all right, I'm a gentleman, but let's go.
If you insist.
If you insist. And so it was the best 15 seconds of her life. And we woke up the next day, and I woke up and I was like, and this is not like a knock on any females or anything like that,
Uh-huh.
because everybody goes through it.
Yeah.
And like, I can actually stand waking up next to this girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I actually can, this is weird.
Uh-huh.
I don't
Yeah.
want this person gone.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah.
and so she was the complete opposite. Obviously,
Yeah.
she was like, "I want this fucking guy out of here. I gotta get the fuck out of here." What did I just do? This disgusting man is laying next to me with red pubic beard hanging over my face, and she got up and she left. I got her some green fruits and shit before she went,
Yeah.
and then she left. And then 2 hours go by, and I'm just like, "Fuck!" I'm like, you know what? I gotta go to Michigan for this meeting. I'm like, I'm gonna try and take her. So I FaceTime her. I'm a big FaceTimer.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I like to see the person's face. So FaceTime was just like, hey, you want to come down to Michigan? And I got this meeting. And she's like, and then finally she said yes. And then we hung together since the day we met 60 days straight. Never
60
separated.
days in a row.
60 days in a row.
Shit, that's badass.
Shit.
Were you guys in Michigan the
Which
whole
I don't
time?
recommend. Huh?
You guys were in Michigan the whole time? Or you
No,
guys kind
we
of
went to Michigan for 2 days. Then it was right when I started with Nelk. So then she came on with all the Nelk shit. And all
Oh,
that
gotcha.
shit. Yeah,
Oh,
she didn't
okay.
know that. She's a boss. She's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass though. Jersey, fucking crazy.
Jersey. Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
No,
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I was just saying, like being around you guys these last few days, like you could tell it's all love there, man.
Oh, it's all
Between
love.
you two,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's all
Yeah,
fucking love. She, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the good thing is I found somebody that, but she's got to fucking chill a little bit. She's a pain in the ass sometimes. She just gets fucking loud and
She
screaming.
yelled at us at 5 a.m. She's like, "I hear you guys."
Oh yeah.
We were talking.
Oh yeah, fuck, dude, it was so fucking loud that I was telling him. I was like, I thought I was buzzed too, but when she said it, I thought it was like fucking Google Home or something. Like she was
yeah.
on that Google Home. It's because these fucking houses. It was like
There's no
echoing
Google
thing.
Home in that house.
Yeah, I was like,
No.
holy shit.
No, she was like talking through the hole that was burning the wall, like the rat running
It
through
was
it.
funny. Yeah, we were here, and he was like, "Hey, dude." I was like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "How the hell did Summer like talk through the speakers or something?" I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" She's like, "Dude, I was like, she came out of the room and yelled at us.
I was like,
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I thought it was like on the speaker.
I want whatever you're taking.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah. So yeah. I mean, she's super cool, man. She's super cool. I think you did a good job at like creating like a little inner circle that's pretty tight, man. Like
it's not big.
Everybody that
you got a
we've
small
met.
It's not. There's no one really. I mean, I don't really. There's really nobody. You know, it's just me and her.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you've done a good job creating an inner circle.
Oh,
Like,
you got Brett.
you got Brett.
I mean,
Brett's
what
there.
we-
yeah,
what
Brett's
we
there.
say.
No,
Yeah,
Brett's
yeah,
there,
yeah.
of course.
There,
It's
and
Brett's
like-
there. And I got a couple people just like, you know, that. But you know, I'm kind of just I don't know, a loner. Not a loner. That sounds depressing. I don't know. Just kind of. I don't like too big.
Yeah.
I used to get nervous and like paranoid and shit with all the when we were traveling and doing stuff too big. Like, I mean, I think if I don't have control of
Yeah.
the situation, like when I was with Nelk and stuff, I didn't have control
Yeah.
of how to like run the situation.
Yeah,
It was like they handled it,
Yeah.
which I was just like not a fly in the wall. It was a big part of all the decision making and all that. But I was just like, I couldn't control when somebody came in a guest, how people would act and do this and do that. So I just felt, because I always want to like just make sure everybody's very comfortable and, you know, and that. So that's my thing.
In that piece of it, did you feel like kind of because it was so big that you were left out on some like vital pieces or anything?
I was
like
always pretty involved. I was pretty key.
Yeah.
We were pretty much a key. The only issue was just like the, you know,
Contract
the money stuff, which was like, dude, just show me everything that you're making. Like if you're a partner in the show,
that?
Yeah.
Open
like,
the
you
books,
gotta
right?
you just gotta open the books and show me.
Yeah.
Like it's not that hard.
It's
And
easy.
then
It's just numbers,
when you're
right?
not
Yeah.
showing the dashboard, the logins and all that, it's like then there's a little red flag. It's like, well,
Yeah.
this, you know, no matter what we made or whatever, a show's gonna make a lot of money when it's successful. It's like, you just gotta show me this shit, bro. Be transparent. It's about like
transparent,
it's not a fake spreadsheet either that you make up. It's just like a couple things written in. There's a dashboard. There's a Snapchat dashboard. There's a YouTube dashboard that tells you what you're making. There's all this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm all partners on all that. Why can't I see it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things too, like like you said, like
And they could put this all to bed and make me look really bad.
yeah.
But it's not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They could, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Like,
it's not. But it's not because we know why.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like you said, the contract piece, like there could be shit hidden in contracts. And
Which
stuff
there is.
like
There's
that.
some gray area probably
Yeah.
that could be like, hey, we don't have to do all that. But I think that you're always allowed pretty much to audit the book.
Yeah, you should be able to. And like I said, at the end of the day,
Which still you have to take the measure that
if me and you have an agreement,
Mm-hmm.
fuck what the contract says. Me and you made that agreement, right? Me and you are at the end of the day, the contract should be based on our discussions, right?
yes and no. I mean, yes, no. I like it that way, but that's not how the world works.
Yeah,
And I gotta realize
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I gotta
yeah,
realize
yeah.
that. That's it's not gonna be everything's not Bob's way.
Yeah.
You know, people need to run
Yeah.
real businesses.
Yeah.
And you know, that's something that I was always struggle with, was running a real legit business.
Yeah.
I'm more of an old school handshake guy.
Uh-huh.
They're more of a fucking cutthroat business thing. There's nothing wrong with running their operation the way they did.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
when they run into a motherfucker like me that just doesn't like it, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, you know,
Yeah,
that I don't
what is
fucking
it?
like that. There's certain things of cool. You got to, it's something that big.
Yeah.
You have to have a contract. I can't be like, all right, let's shake hands on a massive fucking show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, you can't do that. But
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
same time, you need to honor your word, and also
yeah.
you need to have respect.
Yeah.
I get that you need clicks. I get that you want to make moments. Just leave me the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I said from day one.
Yeah.
I don't want any attention.
Yeah.
I want to show up. I want to sit down. I want to perform. And I want no press. I want
Yeah.
no nothing.
Yeah, especially with you because you like, I mean, you have Ripper Magoo, right? You have, but for the most part, you're Bob Menery, right? Your name is your brand, like for the most part. You
That's
know what
it.
I mean? Yeah. So if they fuck with your name, they fuck with your brand at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Your
So,
business, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and that's why it was like a serious, like defamatory, like
Yeah.
thing. I could, so we'll see. That it's not over yet. I'm
Yeah.
still talking to these guys about figuring this out. And like I said, I think it'll be figured out in a way that probably the same way that kind of Jesse was figured out. I'm guessing but maybe not.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, and I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want really. I just want what's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I
absolutely.
could want a lot more,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I could want and it just depends how much I get pissed off. But
Yeah.
my name is fucked up out there. I know
Yeah.
it really is,
Yeah.
and I see it because I used to be. There's a lot of motherfuckers I used to talk to. They used to be like this right back at me, no
Yeah.
issues, and then a lot of them went away
Dang.
after that shit. So it's just about
I will say this, in the small period of time that we actually like associated with people in your circle and just people that known you in general, everybody was like, "Hey, Bob's a good guy, man. You guys are doing work, doing business with a good guy." Like I didn't get any negative feedback whenever discussing with that we were working with you.
The only one
Ev-
that did was Colby Covington rolled his eyes.
Did he really?
No,
No.
just playing.
Oh, that's what he said. You should have said. Did you say hello to
No,
Chloe
we
from
did.
Bob?
We did.
We did.
We
we
did.
Did you say anything?
He rolled
He
his eyes.
kind of did roll his
Yeah,
eyes.
did he?
He just went like, no.
But if you think about
Not in a
that,
bad way,
He
no,
was
no.
just like, we're like, hey, we're here with Bob, and he's like he gave like a smirk and like a
yeah, the lizard.
Yeah.
That was my name, the lizard, when we went out that night.
Oh, really?
So we went out and pretended that I was a fucking UFC fighter called the Lizard,
Uh-huh.
and we would prank people and tell them I'm fighting Colby.
Yeah.
And that's was like nothing, no filming shit. Me and him just did that on our own. But yeah, there's another guy. Colby doesn't really even talk to me anymore either. I don't know if he really thinks like this shit.
Oh, really?
It's like fucked up, like you know.
Oh, yeah.
So
I mean, like at the end of the day, what would
I don't
you really
care anymore.
get out of it, right? If you look at the whole fucking situation, right? I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Oh, giving them
Yeah,
up,
location or anything
oh,
like that.
yeah.
It's
What,
like, what the
like-
fuck would you gain out of it?
like
it-
it's actually like just. I don't think a lot of people believe it either. That's the other thing too. I know that people like think know Kyle and know it's a joke,
Yeah.
but there's people that don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Google does not go away.
Yeah.
Internet searches do not go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. Is you cannot take away those.
And like
Google-
like you said, right? And from Colby's point of view, right? Let's say he doesn't know. He may not even really think that it's possible or that it's true. But why associate yourself with it, right? If it's out there like that, right?
yeah.
Why even fucking bring it around me?
Why bring it around me?
I mean, yeah.
Like, you know,
just said.
it's only negative.
Yep. Exactly.
That was almost like a year ago already, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting close, and if you still Google your name, that still comes up.
It still comes up. Yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess so.
That's
He was pretty cool though when we seen him. Like
No, Colby
same
was a
thing,
great
like,
guy.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
stopping
was
with
really
people and
cool.
everything
Yeah.
like that and taking pictures and everything.
Yeah.
Like very like low key.
Yeah.
Wasn't like didn't have tons of like security and shit around him or anything
Yeah.
like that.
No, he
Like,
came solo with
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
with-
yeah, I think he was by
he was
himself,
him.
right?
He had him and one guy with him. That was it.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I remember when he came with us, he came solo. Probably wishes he didn't do that though. But no, we had our guy there too. Though Chris was the security guard for Nelku, was there, and I mean, I think his main priority was take care of Kyle at all times.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
So he just went off with Kyle, and then the ambush happened. That's what happened. It was pretty quick. It was like he got out of it fast though. It was so fast, man. Like just and then he ran.
Yeah.
It was just so quick.
That's crazy.
You know.
Yeah, so that's one thing you can tell also when you see people going out is like the amount of security some people have. Like you said, there's some people that just roll like super low key that you wouldn't even know that they were an athlete or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
They were just by themselves, like just
You know who
chilling there.
rolls very low key is Shaq. Shaq rolls very low key.
Oh, does
Oh,
he?
really?
Yeah, I mean this weekend though you have to have. That's why I mean you either don't go out, or you have to have some sort of. security
Yeah,
there.
definitely.
Oh,
if
shit. That
you-
Shaq's so big, who's gonna mess with Shaq, man?
a fucking weapon.
Yeah.
That's the
yeah,
thing I get worried about. Is
yeah.
like you just can't fucking. You know.
Yeah.
no, it was weird because they kind of have the saying, right? After midnight, nothing good happens.
Yeah.
So absolutely, like when it touched like 1 o'clock, right?
Oh yeah.
Everything got like real ugly down there in Old Town. Like
Couple fights. started.
fights
I'm not
started
going down
breaking
there.
out and everything like that. Yeah,
No, it's
just like-
I mean, it's dangerous on a regular fucking Friday.
Yeah.
You got now 150,000 people in waste management. You got 150,000
Yeah.
people at fucking
Yeah.
Super Bowl, whatever it is.
yeah.
It's just too much to deal
Yeah.
with.
We saw. The
You
cops
did
on
open that
bikes.
up for me though. Is how badass the actual golf tournament was. That shit's bad, man. To go down there and actually hang out, first time ever.
They're not all like that, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, that one would see. Yeah, because they're. It's not. Was it the 16th hole? That thing sounds like a football stadium when they start cheering and stuff
The 16th hole.
at the waste management.
Oh yeah, the yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just that
crazy.
crowd that gathers right there.
Yep.
They get pretty loud.
It's called
right there.
yeah. There's a. And it's the one tournament really where people aren't quiet. They have
Yeah.
no like respect for the game.
Yeah.
It's part of the thing. Like they heckle you when you're like, because you can't keep a fucking stadium of 100,000 drunk people.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Quiet.
So everybody's supposed to like quiet. I see the guy like standing quiet, please, with the signs. I'm like, bro, what is the fucking guy even doing? Like, you know,
No chance.
there's no fucking chance.
Yeah, nobody's
You got
listening
naked
and
guys.
shit.
You got naked guys running down the fucking fairway,
Dude.
fucking poles, and
Yeah.
That guy was.
You know?
Yeah. And everybody was cheering him on, dude. Like, it was
Yeah.
like nobody got mad at him. Everyone was cheering him on.
he was a famous guy too. Max Savage. He's
Max
on the
Savage.
internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Max Savage.
He was. That's funny. I don't know what somebody could do. How much somebody could pay me to run on an NFL field. What's the thing though? I wonder. Are you banned now for the rest of
I think
so.
yeah, I
you
think
get
you're banned for life.
banned for life?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not worth
Probably
it.
fined or something. I
I
don't
mean, I
know.
guess banned from a golf tournament for life.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You're not gonna really.
Depends if you're like a real football fan, right? If you're going to fucking games, then it impacts you, right? If you don't plan on going to shit in like football games, and it's gonna boost your viewership or whatever.
Yeah, Then do it.
Yeah, then do it, right? It's
like what
fucking
Julia
hilarious.
Rose did at the World Series. She showed her tits during the game. Remember that?
No,
So Julia Rose was doing. She did this thing where she just pulled her tits out in the World Series, and it was like the biggest moment ever.
oh damn.
Yeah, she went super. You're like, damn, I missed that.
I
one.
missed that one.
She went super fucking viral for it.
Oh
That's
shit.
Jake Paul's girlfriend.
Oh really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What about all the people that have gotten caught recently banging at the stadiums?
Oh,
too?
like at baseball stadiums?
baseball
dude?
stadiums and shit. Have you seen
You
that?
see those going
How do you bang in a
viral?
baseball stadium?
Like
Dude,
fucking, they'll
that's-
go to like the high rafters and.
Yeah, it's got to be Oakland.
Yeah, Oakland.
Yeah, Oakland
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Baltimore or something. Yeah, they
Oh,
yeah, those stadiums are brutal, man. You go to those, it's like you can hear a pin drop.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I never went to the A Stadium. You probably did. You go for a
I went for the
game?
Raider game.
Tickets
yeah.
are like
Yeah.
$13,
yeah.
and you can sit wherever the fuck you want.
Wherever
Yeah.
wanna.
You know.
Yep.
So, what are the expectations for moving forward for you guys, as far
Uh,
as like pods wise? I mean, like, what would you guys are next? You know, off of this, what's your goal? Because I think it's important too, and it'd be cool to look back on. Like, what's your goal in the sense of building this thing up? I think most importantly, it's about consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Consistency.
absolutely.
Regardless of, you can't get discouraged on how many people are watching it. You can't just,
Yeah.
you just want to try and grow consistently. You're not going to like up one every episode every time.
Yeah,
It's going to like the market goes up and down and whatnot. But I think for you guys, definitely setting aside a small budget.
Yeah.
Because there are people that would just come on Zoom for a half hour for like $500.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can get like fucking at least 15 episodes, 10 times 5, spend $5,000. You got at least 10 people.
Yeah.
And then throw in, when you're talking to them, they got to cross promote on their story at least once,
Oh, yeah.
to kind of give you guys, and then just slowly into the game. It's going to take a while,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's worth it when it starts. It's fun when it starts to flow, and when you're turning these lights on,
Yeah.
that there's going to be a
Yeah,
lot of people
yeah.
watching it.
Yeah.
And they're going to witness this moment that the three of us just had randomly with nobody
Yeah.
else around, but there's going to be
Yeah.
a lot of people to watch it.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's definitely the goal. We know that it's not going to be overnight. Just slowly grow, and we're gonna get the guests that we're super excited for. Bring bringing yourself on,
Mhm.
and partnering with you. I think is already it's exciting, man. It's exciting to see where we grow from here and,
Yeah.
and continue to push, and we don't shy away from hard work. So
Yeah. I mean, I
Definitely
think we got a leg up already, right? When you start your first episode of your podcast was the Godfather podcast.
You got
yeah, boss.
You-
Yep.
Kind of out the gates a little.
Rogan's one. I just got a call from Rogan's guy. I might be going on Joe Rogan. That would be awesome.
Oh, really? Yeah.
That'd be cool. Hopefully,
dude,
it wasn't like a final. But he's like, "Hey, would you want to come on, Joe?" And I was just like, "Yeah." What do you think? And so
Yeah.
I just got that call, which would be awesome. So I hopefully find out next couple days
Yeah.
because I never. He does a while to talk.
Dude,
Yeah.
He talks for what you said, 3 hours, 2 hours sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah,
long.
they'll go
yeah.
pretty long. Yeah.
Wow.
Have you seen him? You seen him do that ice bath?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Oh,
That's
I seen that you
crazy.
tried it out, right?
Yeah, but mine was not like a real ice bath. I like filled a bathtub with cold water, and then I took like a shovel of like ice cubes from my freezer, put them in, they like melted in 5 seconds, and then like lasted a minute 30, and then I'm like, I'm out. I feel like a new man.
Oh,
You know?
man.
Yeah, they put like huge chunks of ice in there.
Yeah.
What is it? It's supposed to like clear.
Yeah, I tell you what it
clear
did
everything,
do.
right?
It did make me feel good though. Like it did do something.
Yeah.
I felt something after. Like I felt like a
Yeah, it's
invigorate a
supposed to
little
be
bit.
super good for you now, and there's a lot more people that recommend it and
Yeah,
that are doing
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So I mean, yeah, ice baths are definitely. I think they're hard to do though. I mean, I'm saying what I did was probably not as cold. I don't think.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
these fucking guys do, but I still felt pretty good. It woke me up,
Give it a shot. Gotta try it out.
which is a good thing.
yeah. I want to try it out.
I'll try it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Seems-
was gonna jump in this fucked up pool here.
Yeah.
How cold it was, and then I was like, oh shit.
Put some ice
really?
cubes in the freezer in the pool. Make go up 1/100 of a degree.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this thing should be when you guys go to events and stuff. Like you guys should pick like, upcoming was like March Madness or
Yeah.
what's a
Yeah.
big one, and then like renting an Airbnb,
Yeah.
having this fucking thing set up.
Yep.
Utilizing obviously me to help maybe try and get some people in here for you while you're there, or
Yeah.
like also having you know, going about like you did and just
Yeah.
being like, hey, man,
Yeah.
like what we all had to do
Yeah.
from the start, and be like, do you think,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what can I do? Always
Yeah.
start off, I think, with like, what can I do to get you on our show today?
Yeah.
And then it's a lot of the time, it's like, well, you got to give me a bag, you know?
Yeah.
That's the word, is a bag.
Bag,
right?
yeah.
You know,
Trying to secure the
that's the new
bag.
term nowadays.
Yeah.
And then there's some guys that, like, you know, with me, I've had a lot of times where like people ask me, and I'm just like, all right, let's go. Like, it's just, you catch the person at the right moment, right time.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're like geographically friendly in the area where something is happening,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
you know, people can pop over for 10 minutes. You know?
Yeah.
And then maybe even tie something to charity too. You know, that always helps in the sense
Oh,
of like,
yeah.
you know, something with your show, give away some stuff and let them know that you're giving away some stuff for good
Good
stuff.
cause, yeah.
Yeah.
And that also helps too from people to kind of as an angle to, you know, try and attract some guests
Yeah.
outside of just giving them cash flow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We got a couple. I mean, they're not celebrities or athletes or anything like that, but some, you know, pretty successful people that we've been talking to throughout this weekend that, you know, they said they'll come out and get on a show with us. So
Yeah, but you got to really fucking go. You know,
Yeah,
people talk
yeah.
shit. You know, like I'm like a
Yeah.
guy. It's like, oh, really? Well, we're ready now. Let's go.
yeah.
There's an Uber
absolutely.
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of
Everybody's
people
like-
say yeah, and then
Yeah.
kind of not
I
show
mean,
up. And stuff,
because
right?
guess what? If you come to me and say that, one, I'm like, no,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
no,
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not happen.
no.
Yeah.
But what I
Fuck
will
away
say
from
is,
me.
oh yeah, man, definitely, yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't say when.
But if you don't shake hands, then it's
And
not
then it's
official,
not.
right?
Yeah.
Even if you
Yeah.
shake hands, it's not gonna shake hands is there. You shake hands
Yeah.
with me, you look me in the eye, and we do that thing. I'll show up. But
Yeah.
there's probably a lot of people that don't.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's what's fucking badass about you, man. I like that. I like that. Like I said, can't say it enough. Like
Even
when
like that kid Luke, they gave a shot with the merch. You got dropping in the River
Yeah,
Magoo
yeah,
merch?
yeah. He's
Yeah.
Just some random dude, he came up to you. You saw he was a hustler.
yeah. I mean,
All
it
right,
makes
let's
me
see
an
what you got.
absolute idiot, but whatever. Life's short.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't
Yeah.
need everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but even an idiot, like I said, you're giving people opportunities actually working with them. And then, like I said yesterday, it was just like, it's kind of humbling just to see like that you don't let it get to your head or anything, because super popular.
Yeah.
And like, we had tons of people coming up
Yeah.
to you.
We
And
couldn't- we could have
wasn't
walked
even
like
thinking-
5 minutes without
Yeah.
somebody saying hi or something, man.
Yeah.
we got there early too,
Yeah.
man. So I was thinking to myself, like, you know, when you're out there, it's got to be tough. Like, you're just like barely waking up, getting out there, and everybody's like, "Hey, can I take a picture? Can I take a picture?"
Yeah, just don't go out if you don't feel like it. That's what it is. So like
Yeah.
even today, I'm just kind of debating. You know that you have to prepare yourself for doing that.
Yeah.
You know you're gonna have to engage with every single person. You
Yeah.
just say the same bullshit over and over again. Hey, I'm gonna have to answer about NELK.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know, hey,
Yeah, that's what we.
hey. That's what I have to do. A fucking robot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like basically I have a string attached to my back. You pull it. It's like, yes, hi, respect, and thank you.
yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
What was that fucking that kid that was like, what did he say? Hey, what happened, Bob? He was like, I think you know.
Oh yeah, remember yesterday?
Yeah, he's walking away.
Yeah.
You know,
So
he's like, what happened? I'm like, I'm pretty sure you know if you're asking me what happened. Fucking cocksucker.
Yeah. No, but yeah, it's been fun. It's been a fun weekend. It's been you know, very eye opening for us. You know, just
Mhm.
coming into this side of the world and seeing you
Yeah.
know, what's out there, who's out there, stuff like that.
Will you grab the brother? Will you grab those shirts and stuff that we created over here, real quick, if you don't mind? I want to peek at these things. What you guys did.
Yeah, I made a few collab shirts with Ripper
I like
Magoo.
it. Let's see what we can do.
This is or your Super Bowl shirt you're doing tomorrow.
Mhm.
We made a shirt just to give away to people involved around stuff like that. We got the Ripper Magoo logo,
Yep.
got our logo, and then we got a
All right, so we got our Rip Magoo Side Hustle Super Bowl Show 2023 live from Arizona. I love it. So we got this shirt here. Figure out what we want to do with this. You know, we've been talking about how we want to do this. Maybe turn into like a Discord club.
oh yeah
You know, maybe we make like
Yeah.
we saw 100 of these or something,
yeah
Yeah.
and like 100 people that buy this get
Dope.
into the Discord.
Yeah.
You know what a
Oh
Discord
yeah,
is?
yeah. We're in
I'm
it.
in your
Yeah,
your
you're in
gambling
ours.
one.
So there's different ways to do that. You know,
Yeah.
make it more just rather than just buy a shirt. I
Yeah,
like to always
yeah.
try.
And
When I
more
want to try and
personal.
add utility behind merch, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so we have that. We got our Rip Magoo.
Got this guy right here, the Ripper Magoo. In
What's
the
in the
front,
back?
and our logo in the back. Just a collab T-shirt. This is gonna be exclusive.
I love that.
One time drop. You know,
There it is.
Just one time. Get them while they're hot. Get them while they're here.
I love it. And this is the hat that should sell. That's what I want. I want to get this hat for you guys because I believe that this hat has superpowers.
It
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
No, I really do.
That's the new rock.
Like this is the new fucking rock.
That's the new fucking Scottsdale
The new rock.
And then the good news is why you guys are gonna make a fuck ton of money off this is after somebody buys this
Yeah.
and they lose the game, they have to burn the hat.
Yeah, and
They
buy
have to buy
another
a new
one
one.
because that
Oh,
was
yeah.
yeah. That was defective. Yeah, they got
That was,
yeah,
that was
they
a
got the wrong
defective
fucking
one.
hat.
So they have to
Wrong
burn
one.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there has to be a ceremony involved.
Yeah.
You know, they have to all
Gotta
dance
bury
around the
it, then bury the
campfire,
ashes. Yeah.
and then
Get
that's
the
it.
right hat, dude. It's like the Wonka ticket, dude.
Yeah. The
Willy Wonka
golden
ticket.
Yeah,
dude.
We thought about doing that for a merch drop too, but I don't know if it was. We didn't end up doing it, but like putting 5 golden tickets inside of the thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And like doing like me dressing up as Willy Wonka and running around the house. Like Willy Wonka. Like fuck, and then I'm like, what do I do in my life? I can't do this. This doesn't seem normal to be my life.
Oh man.
You know, because then some people be like, what do you do for work? And I have to be like, I dress up
Dress
as
like
Willy Wonka
Yeah.
and run around the house.
Yeah.
And then when I have to have that answer,
Yeah.
Yep.
you know.
But yeah, these will be dropping after the Super Bowl show.
Yeah, I think that we do that. I think what we do is we cut up some clips from this show with that. We cut up some stuff from my show.
Yeah.
Let this moment play out.
Yeah.
Let it just play out till they finish, and then like no urgency.
Yeah.
But then when you cut it up and you do this show and you do our show and we talk for a minute on there and just kind of making a cool couple content pieces.
Yeah.
And then the journey begins.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
I think
Looking
that's the
forward
best
to it, brother.
I think that's the way it is.
We'll definitely excited.
Definitely excited. Definitely appreciate you. You know, everything you've
Appreciate you, boys.
you guys
We had a
done.
good little fun thing we're
hanging
doing.
out,
Yeah.
partnering up. Looking forward to it, Bob.
I love it. I'm looking
man.
forward to see who the next person is. That's it. We got to try and figure out who somebody cool would be.
Let's do it.
That should come with the package deal too. Try and get you guys a guest. Fuck. Can't even get myself a guest right now.
All right. Thanks, Bob.
All right, man.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Good. That was fun. Thanks, bro. How do we